Welcome back to Unlockable Character, guys. Today we have a banger of an episode because we're going to talk about how to make money. I'm going to share with you the plays that I'm actually going to be doing this week across cryptos and stocks. And of course, we're going to start with Gamestop, okay? So we're living in historic times. And last week, Roaring Kitty, who if you don't know, turned $50,000 to $60,000 into hundreds of millions of dollars by holding GameStop and also playing options. He went live on YouTube. He went live to over 500,000 people watching, and we all watched the stock price drop from basically $60 to $24 where it's at today. But during the live stream, Roaring Kitty showed his positions, which is what he's actually got in GameStop today. Let's take a look. He has 5 million shares at the price of $21.27. He also has 120,000 contracts for options, and he paid $5.67 in terms of premium. He's expecting that on June 21st, that the price of GameStop will be above $20. So he has a long option call for June 21st. Combined, this is worth hundreds of millions of dollars, guys. Don't worry about the gains here because that's with a price from Thursday when the stock was around $60. I think the price now is around $24. So he is still up on both of these things, but he is just a whale. And really, his ability to come on social media and influence the stock is being questioned by authorities. But I think looking at this, it's a really smart play. Let's look at the stock right now. We're currently at $25.05. Let's look at the previous day. It's been dropping drastically since last week, since Thursday of last week when it was at $60. And many people are wondering, what's going on? Why is GameStop dropping so much? Well, it's actually a really big opportunity. So the reason it's an opportunity is because last Thursday when the price of the stock was around $60, those option calls were super expensive for that $20 June 21st expiration. Now that the price of GameStop has come down, those options are actually much cheaper to buy. And it also gives you a lot of room upwards for GameStop's price to increase. But again, why is the stock dropping so much? Well, GameStop last week had a surprise earnings report, and they also filed an 8K, which is an official form with the SEC, which is the Securities Commission of the United States. And within that form, GameStop notified everyone that they are going to be issuing 75 million shares. And the issuance of those shares is ongoing. They'll probably send a confirmation, I would assume by the end of this week, that the issuance is complete. But till then, you are seeing millions of shares flooding into the market. Okay, so in the short term, I do think through the end of this week, possibly Wednesday, Thursday, the price will hover around $24. It could maybe even go down to $20. But I do think that long call for June 21st at that $20 strike price is a really, really good play. We can look back at history to see, when did GameStop price previously experience a massive squeeze? Well, on June 29th, the stock went up to $81 after hovering below pretty much $10 for a very long time. And to really understand why that happened, you need to switch out of Robinhood and go into a screener which has more information. I'm using TradingView. And what TradingView allows you to do is actually overlay indicators over the price. So what you see here on the top is the stock price, and what you see at the bottom is the short volume. So what you're looking at here is 2021, a period of time from, let's look here, we're looking at December 2020 all the way through to June 2021. And if we look at that January period of 2021 where the price of the stock really experienced squeeze, we see that previous to the squeeze, there was a massive amount of short volume. And that was the indicator that the squeeze was going to occur. And again, throughout that period of time between December 2020 and June 2021, you can see here on the bottom, when there were massive amounts of short volume, it was generally an indicator that there was going to be a spike in price. So the short volume in January 2021, right before the spike, was about 33 million. That's the FINRA reported short volume. Let's flash forward to today. For the past few days, starting on June 6th, the short volume has been above 46 million, guys. Okay? And it's not gone down. So leading up to June 21st, I think there is a potential for a massive squeeze to occur. And if you play that $20 long option, let's just walk through what that means in Robinhood, okay? So I'm on the GME stock. I'm going to go down to the bottom right here. You may not see it because of my face, but trade GME options. That's going to bring me to a table of options where you can buy and sell calls and puts. I am going to look at buying a call expiring on June 21st. On the left-hand side is the strike price. I'm going to scroll down to $20. So on June 21st, if the stock is above $26.83, I'm going to make money by buying this option long call. I can see that there's a massive amount of volume, and just today more volume was added. This is the number of options that are, people are basically buying for that date that'll expire on June 21st. If you look at the other strike price, like $20.50, you can see the volume is much, much lower. So I am saying right now that the GameStop long call for June 21st expiration at $20 strike price is a fantastic option to buy. Okay? So let's look at what that means. If I want to buy this option, let me actually see here where it is. I'm going to go look at the ask price. So it's $6.90. I'm going to hit continue. Remember, each option is the contract where you're buying the potential to buy 100 shares at the price at expiration. I'm going to see about buying 10 options, which will mean 1,000 shares. There's a spread of 675 to 690, and this is just building it out with you guys now, but I'm most likely going to trade on Wednesday. I'm looking for the confirmation that 75 million shares have already been issued into the market. But let's say I'm going to ask for 680 per contract. Okay, so that gives me a maximum cost or a premium of $6,800. And let's just look at like what that means. So on June 21st, if the price of GameStop is above $26.80, I will start to make money. If it gets to $30, for example, I'll make almost $3,300. Whereas if the price goes down below $26.80, I have the potential to lose all of my premium. And that will occur at the $20 marker below, which is going to be a loss of $6,800. So when you play this out, if the GameStop price goes, let's say, above $60 to $80, you have the potential for a play like this with a premium of $6,800 to make tens of thousands of dollars in profit, whereas your downside is only that $6,800 in terms of your premium that you paid upfront to buy. That is actually the call that I'm going to be buying into. I'm going to wait till Tuesday or Wednesday, but I did want to share that with you guys. So there is going to be a lot of mainstream news about, the GameStop stock is tumbling, Roaring Kitty is a failure, and all of that is just block out the noise. What you really need to look at is the short volume. You can look at history to look at January 2021 to see how that short volume massively increased right before the stock squeezed, and then you can look at June 2024 and see that the amount of short volume is just higher than ever. And even back in May, when there was a squeeze again, we can see that there was a massive increase in short volume and the price spiked. So I think it's setting us up for a massive increase in price leading up to June 21st. So that's why I'm very bullish on that long call, June 21st expiration, $20 strike price. All right, let's check back in on FFIE, guys. So as we saw back in May, there was a short squeeze and the price went up to $1.80. Similar to GameStop, using TradingView, you can sign up for free and then you can start looking at indicators. The indicator that I have up again is the FINRA short volume that you'll see on the bottom here, and then the stock price of FFIE. You can see that 14th of May, the short volume was massive and the price went up. Recently, though, the short volume has not been as high, but the price has been hovering at around the 55 cents range. I'm going to put another $1,000 into the stock. I'm not going to play options on it, but I am holding, and I do expect that FFIE also experiences a squeeze. What's interesting is we're not seeing the same short volume listed in the indicator, and there has been discussion that a lot of the short volume is actually off the index in what's called dark pools. And dark pools are pools of equity or the stock where they're traded between institutional asset managers and market makers, and it's not visible to retail traders. So, it's a mechanism of the market that is not properly regulated, I would say, and it's something that we don't have visibility into. But generally, as far as momentum with GME, if GME rises, I think there will be a potential for the meme kind of momentum to push FFIE up. And I do think there's a lot of short volume that we're not being exposed to that may be on the dark pools. So I am bullish on FFIE. I'll be putting another $1,000 into it, just buying the stock itself and holding. All right, let's flip over to cryptos. The two that I'm watching in the short term, and for Render and FET, which are the two cryptos I'm looking at a 1 to 3 year time frame. And for both of these, I'm looking at a 10x return. So the price of Render right now is $8.72. I am saying that within 1 to 3 years, Render will hit $80. Why do you ask? Because Render is built on a blockchain that supports the democratization of GPUs. What does that mean? That means that today, when people need to train AI or perform tasks using AI where GPUs are involved, think NVIDIA, think about their microchips, their processing units, GPUs or graphics processing units. Today, the largest tech companies in the world essentially have stockpiled the most advanced GPUs from NVIDIA, and it's very hard for people like you or me to get use of those GPUs because we basically have to pay a large tech company to rent out time using the GPUs. Well, Render, what that does is it creates a blockchain network where anyone who has a GPU can expose it to the network, and people can then get access to everyone's GPUs whenever they're available. And the person who's exposing their GPU to the network gets paid when people are using their compute time, and they get paid in Render tokens. So Render is basically the backbone of an open, distributed network of GPUs, which is a really, really good thing in a world where more and more of the world's most advanced chips are hoarded by a certain few companies and people, so that it becomes very hard for anyone else to access it. So that's a hedge against that world. And I think that, when you look at macroeconomics, if you look at the US dollar as a currency, it is being debased. The Federal Reserve has printed so much money that as a store of value, the US dollar is no longer seen as a solid store of value. You have high yield saving accounts, with these major banks around the country where they pay you 4%, 5%. Well, inflation is 6%, 7%, 10% in real terms. So the dollar is not a great way to park your money. What I would recommend is looking at cryptocurrencies and looking into options trading and then making your profit and then parking it into not the US dollar, but possibly Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum. Because over time, I think especially year to year, you're going to make more money storing your value in major cryptocurrencies than trying to store your value in the US dollar and keep a high yield savings account. That's my personal take. So Render, let's talk about it. Render is going to be associated with Apple, and Apple has very recently shown off what AI will look like in their iPhones. Part of that AI on Apple devices will involve using technologies like Render for GPU rendering for AI tasks. So keep an eye on that. I think the press around Apple and Render and the connection between them will generally increase the price of the cryptocurrency. There is a really cool podcast, Callan, the project lead at Render. He speaks through how they are democratizing and decentralizing rendering software and basically opening up a possibility where in the future we don't always have to rely on large tech companies. This is a peer-to-peer network of GPUs. Think about myself, my friends who have gaming PCs. They could lend their GPUs whenever they're not using them to the blockchain, get paid for any time that people use the GPUs by getting paid in Render tokens. And then the value of Render overall is just seen as perceptually more valuable because this actually has utility, okay? And when we think about what's going on in AI and video AI, Sora is the video generation and world simulator software from OpenAI. Sora is their video AI model. Sora is so good, and I'll include all these links, that very recently Tyler Perry, who owns a major film studio that's expanding in Atlanta, has canceled the $800 million expansion because he got a glimpse into Sora. So just pause there for a moment. Tyler Perry has said that he does not need the people, he does not need the equipment, he does not need all of the hardware and physical assets to create film scenes because it can be done with AI. And I believe that there is a strong potential for Render to fuel a future where Sora AI and other video generation models are run on blockchains. So I really, really am bullish on Render for the next 1 to 3 years. I will be putting $1,000 to $2,000 into it next week. All right, the next coin that I want to talk about is FET. So just like Render could be thought of as a blockchain that distributes and democratizes GPUs across the world, you can think about FET as the blockchain for the distribution of processing for AI agents. So if you haven't heard of what an agent is before, I'll cover that in a separate video. We can definitely talk about it. But essentially an agent is an LLM that you have trained very well for a specific task. And using FET, you can run that distributed on a blockchain. And when the agent runs to complete that task, you can provide that task as a service to others and get paid for it in FET. Well, something that I'm very bullish about is that FET is actually going through a merger with two other tokens and teams that are state of the art in this space. So Fetch.ai, which is FET, is merging with the Ocean Protocol and Singularity Net. It's going to finalize on June 13th. The new token is going to be called ASI, starting June 11th. So that's actually tomorrow, Tuesday. I am going to be buying $1,000 to $2,000 of ASI and holding for 1 to 3 years. Just like Render, I think this is something that can go up 10x. The current price of FET is $1.68, and I don't think that by June 11th the ASI token will be more than $2, but that's something that I could see hitting $20 within 1 to 3 years. So as a recap, guys, we're going to put another $1,000 into FFIE to hold the stock. I do believe that there's going to be a short squeeze opportunity, and the short volume that we're not seeing, I believe, is on dark pools. So this is something within 6 months, I think there's a fantastic opportunity. I'm going to be putting $1,000 to $2,000 into Render token. I'm going to be putting $1,000 to $2,000 into FET, which is going to be listed as ASI starting tomorrow. And then for GameStop, I am looking at a $20 strike price, June 21st expiration long call. And I expect that because of the volume that we can see for GameStop in terms of short volume, that there's going to be a massive squeeze leading up to June 21st, okay? So again, this is only my personal recommendation. It's not financial advice. There is a risk to any type of trading, but it's time to put my money where my mouth is, and I hope I can help many people out there just take a little bit of money and make more of it and see that there's a parallel world of investing where if you make use of the data out there, if you follow along, if you understand the power of cultural memes and the zeitgeist of the current moment, you can profit and capitalize on all of these opportunities. And we're talking about historic, life-changing events right now. Like that Roaring Kitty stream will go down as one of the top moments of the 2020s in terms of cultural significance. All right, with all of that said, guys, I do want to do a quick shout out to my shop. I have added some carbon fiber parts. The first is a front splitter, which is CSL style. I have actually bought these parts and tried them out. These are top quality. This is going to be dry carbon fiber, and I'm introducing the pieces at a very good price. So for $700, I will be selling the CSL carbon fiber splitter. Definitely check it out in the shop. I will put all the links below. I'm also selling the swan neck wing that is going on my car. I have a special introductory price of $1,100. This is a very rare, very unique piece. You won't see other people running it. It does fit on the new M2 as well. And I'm telling you guys, this is the wing for the car. So definitely take a look at the shop. I hope you enjoy my strategies for next week and this week. And guys, keep following along. I hope you enjoy. Last piece is to go over to Spotify and see what songs I added for Music and Motivation Monday. All right, guys, we're up to, let's see, 26 likes, 33 songs, and the latest 3 songs are Yeet, Can't Think, 10 Years, it says Be Lone Wolf, but that's actually Young Thug, and 9-9, it says CW the GOAT, but that's actually a Playboi Carti song. So some of these are what you would consider leaks. If the songs ever get delisted, I will put replacement songs on the playlist for you guys, but I'm hoping you're loving it so far. I hope you have a great Monday. Let's make some money, guys. Let's go.